Where the corridors met, light and shadow swirled together. Scout stepped forward, relic glowing in rhythm with 4 answering lights through the mist. Willow's feather, Bristle's satchel, Thistle's pendant, and Ash's ember. He raised his paw, voice calm but firm. Together again, and this time the house won't face us alone. The chamber pulsed in response, the manor itself aware of their return. As the reunited group stepped deeper into the vast circular hall, ancient roots wound through the cracked floor, pulsing faintly with blue light. Above them, ghostly chandeliers flickered, and the air itself seemed to breathe. Scout whispered, "We've reached the heart." Scout and Ash stood before the vast chamber, air heavy with a slow, rhythmic pulse. The crystal throbbed faintly as if breathing. Its light flickered across the walls, revealing carvings of the manor's past, joy, sorrow, and endless rebuilding. "It's alive," Ash whispered. Scout nodded, clutching the relic close. "Let's find out what it remembers." The light from Ash's ember danced across the relic in Scout's paws, their twin glows weaving together like threads of memory. The chamber trembled, not in warning, but in recognition. Stone veins pulsed faintly beneath their feet. The heartbeat of Nightroot itself awakening. Scout looked to Ash, voice low but steady. "It's not the house that's haunted," he whispered. "It's what it remembers of us." The air quivered, light bled from the walls. The relic and the ember pulsed in unison, heartbeats matching the manor's own. Scout's voice trembled, caught between awe and dread. "It's alive, and it remembers us." The manor stirred, not in anger, but in remembrance. Beneath them, ancient gears turned for the first time in centuries. The relic pulsed, the embers answered, and somewhere far below, something awakened. The chamber pulsed with light as Scout and Ash stood shoulder to shoulder. The relic and the ember glowed in rhythm, casting ripples through the darkness. Scout whispered, "It's answering us." Ash grinned, flame flickering bright. "Then let's make sure it hears what we've got to say." From the shimmer of the relic and the ember, light gathered into wings. The guardian had returned, no longer bound to the ruins or the past, but to the hearts that carried its memory forward. The chamber pulsed with breath and memory. Ash's ember brightened until it matched the relic's glow. And for the first time since they'd entered the manor, the darkness began to move away. Ember's warmth met the relic's glow, and for the first time the darkness stepped back. Between them, light took form, not of fire or stone, but of trust. Nightroot trembled, and somewhere deep within, the house seemed to take a breath. The ground shuddered beneath their feet as the light from the relic surged skyward. Scout and Ash shielded their eyes, the glow washing over their faces like dawn breaking after endless night. In that blinding moment, the manor itself seemed to breathe. Walls groaning, dust falling, whispers turning to silence. The heart of the house had awakened. The walls trembled with a low, mournful hum as light spilled from the heart of the chamber. Scout and Ash stood firm, their relics blazing in unison, casting defiant warmth against the encroaching darkness. Shadows twisted along the ceiling, recoiling like smoke in the sun. Ash's voice cracked through the silence. "It's not just remembering us," he said, his flame flaring brighter. "It's testing us." The relic's glow pulsed softly between them as Scout and Ash stood before the final gate, light and ember reflecting in each other's eyes. The air around them trembled, heavy with unspoken truth. Scout took a slow breath. Whatever waits beyond, he said, voice low but sure, we face it together. Ash's flame flared in answer, bright, unwavering, alive. Ash's flame dimmed to a trembling ember as the relic in Scout's paw pulsed once, slow, deliberate, alive. The floor beneath them glowed faintly, revealing spiraling carvings that matched the symbols on the relic. Scout's voice was barely a whisper. It's calling something or someone. The light responded, spreading outward, brightening until the walls themselves began to breathe. The relic and the ember pulsed together, the light coiling like living flame between Scout's and Ash's paws. The air trembled, shadows retreating from the glow as if afraid. Scout's voice was quiet but certain. Whatever this place took from us, we take it back. The relic pulsed in Scout's paw, its light intertwining with Ash's ember. The air shimmered as the two forces merged, memory and flame, courage and truth, awakening something ancient within the heart of the manor. The walls trembled softly as though the house itself took a breath. The mansion shuddered as if exhaling a long-forgotten dream. Dust drifted from the rafters like falling stars. In the great chamber, light spilled from the relic. The feather, the pendant, the tome, and the ember, all glowing in harmony. Scout stood at the center, fur rippling in the rising wind. It's waking up, he whispered. Around him echoes stirred voices, memories, promises. For the first time, the manor didn't feel haunted. It felt alive. Ash's ember flickered brighter as the roots along the walls began to twist, reaching toward the light. Scout stepped forward, lifting the relic high. The chamber pulsed once, twice, and from deep within the stone came a low, thunderous breath. Something ancient was waking, and it knew their names. The heart's voice echoed through them both, not in words, but in feeling. Light remembers light, it whispered. And in that moment, Scout understood. The house wasn't dying, it was waiting to be restored. The tremor faded, silence followed, not of fear, but of breath held in reverence. Light from the relic and the ember arced into the air, threading through the heart's roots like veins awakening. Each strand pulsed outward, vanishing into the unseen walls beyond. Ash looked up, whispering, "It's spreading." Scout nodded, the glow painting his face gold. The manor's remembering itself. The manor's heartbeat returned. Slow, steady, alive, where once there was only shadow, light began to remember its place. Scout and Ash didn't speak. They didn't need to. Their courage had become the spark that reawakened everything. The manor's heartbeat returned, slow, steady, alive. Where once there was only shadow, light began to remember its place. Scout and Ash didn't speak. They didn't need to. Their courage had become the spark that reawakened everything. The dark did not vanish. It yielded. Light poured through every crevice of the old walls, chasing away the years of silence. For the first time, Nightroot Manor breathed. The light poured from the chamber like dawn itself, racing through the halls. Scout held the relic aloft, its pulse guiding the tide, while Ash's ember flared to meet it. The shadows broke apart, not destroyed, but transformed into memory. Light coursed through the roots, rippling across the chamber like dawn breaking underwater. Scout's relic and Ash's ember burned in harmony, their glow reviving the manor's long-lost warmth. The shadows fled, leaving silence, alive, waiting. Light filled every corner of Nightroot Manor, washing away the shadows. The relics pulsed in harmony, fire, hearts, one bond. Scout looked to his friends, their faces glowing in the golden calm. "We did it," he whispered. Outside, dawn broke through the fog, and for the first time the house stood silent, not haunted, but a home. Thanks for dropping by, and thanks for subscribing.